Hi, my name's Dave Foreman, and I'm a Bionicle builder. I like to build scenery, and more scenic style Bionicle creations. It's a new territory for me. This is the first time I've tried it, and people seem to be really responsive to it. So I got to go way deeper. The only problem is base plates are hard to come by. I'm finding, like, I got to get more base plates because a Bionicle like this for you guys in like minifig scale, like you can do a 16 by 16 or an 8 by 8 and get a lot of cool stuff in there. Well, I'm working on a 42 by 42, and that's my 8 by 8.
Right. There you go. So yeah, a lot more area to cover.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, so this is a great build. So you want to explain kind of the idea and the story behind this?
Yeah. So if you look next to him, there's a red guy. Now his name is Matteo, and he's like a real like developed character, and like I got his backstory and everything. And so like I'm even thinking about writing a book about him. Like I'm doing the work to timeline him and all that stuff. So they're actually the same character. It's the same character. It's just he's in a different outfit, and this is like a different point in his life where he owns an apothecary, selling medicine and antiques. So I have plans to expand it further with more base plates. So next year it's probably going to be twice as large, and it's going to have walls and everything, and I'm going to go real deep into it. So the idea for what I can cram into the small area I had is he's just got his counter, and he's got things like his jars where he's got like spices or maybe ingredients for like medicine and just whatever your imagination wants to think that is. It could be really just anything. And then like here, he also sells antiques. So he has a Bionicle sextant for like nautical stuff, and this is actually using a Bionicle piece when they did the Bionicle minifigures.
Okay.
So that's a blade that like the minifig Bionicles got, and it fit the look for the sextant.
Sure.
And I thought that was just a great idea. So then he's got like a frog in a jar and just some other random like potions or anything that like you want. It's whatever your imagination wants it to be.
It can kind of be whatever you think is in there. Sure.
Exactly. It's not anything specifically because he's a medicine man. He makes medicines and sells it, and like people come in and like, hey, my head hurts and I'm tired all the time. Oh, here, take this.
Grab a weird looking,
he's an herbalist.
trans clear green piece there.
Yeah, and then like back here you've got his coat hanger.
Okay.
So he's got his cane, his book bag, and his cape all hung up on when he's not using it.
I love that. Is that the Ninjago sail piece?
Yeah,
there?
those are the Ninjago sails. Okay. And when I built them, I wanted him to have a cape, but I didn't want it to blend into the figure. So I decided to go with something different. And he's got the little bit of tan on his hat, so I figured it was just a nice little compliment.
Yeah.
No good shop doesn't have a good house plant, so you gotta do your house plant. And then you got other stuff like he's got a notepad here, he's got a pen and quill, he actually has a ruler in there, and then just a couple of books. So the beautiful thing about building at this scale is like the minifigure books. Those things are comedically large for a minifigure, and like keys. Keys are super, like when a minifigure holds a key, it looks kind of silly. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, hey, I have the key to the city, right? But at this scale, it looks like a real key.
Yeah.
It looks like an old timey like lock and key.
So then for the character himself, which is very impressive, talk about some of the pieces you used in there and kind of how that design came together.
Oh, okay. So the design kind of came out of necessity because I like using like the cloth elements on like some of these other guys, like on the original Matteo. But Lego doesn't make large dark green cloth. They haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So I had to resort to something different. So my idea was to take plates and like wedge pieces, and they're held together with mixel joints. There's mixel joints underneath them all, and I hide them so you don't really see them that much. And so the idea was to use static parts, but that are arranged in a way to where it looks fluid like fabric. Okay. And so he's supposed to just have like long flowing sleeves, and like his waistcoat it dangles on the back. And then, he's just wearing trousers. So I think about building the character like he's really wearing clothes. Because it's like, what's he wearing? He's wearing trousers, he's wearing a robe, and I get real deep into what he's wearing and what he would have with him. So like, I don't know if you can see it, but he's got a pocket watch. He's got some coins in his pocket, and just things that like we all would carry with us on our day-to-day lives. I put those in there.
Yeah, and is that a tank tread piece you use for kind of the lower part of the body there?
Yeah. That's actually a pretty common move in Bionicle, because they just flap about and they're really loose. So it's just like a nice, like, flowing garment.
Sure. Yeah.
My favorite part though is I use gates. I use the minifigure sized gate pieces.
Like golden gate pieces up under the head, sort of.
Those are. I just thought they looked good as like pinstriping. So that's my favorite detail on Merchant Matteo is the gates, because I remember seeing those online, because you go on Bricklink and you go, what comes in gold, and you're just scrolling through all the different Lego parts that are in gold, and I come across those, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. And I'm like, okay, I need 4 of those, and I immediately decided I was going to use that, and that was actually one of the first design decisions I made as far as like using parts on this mock. Was because I already knew it was going to be gold and green. I knew that for like a year or 2 before I even built it. So the other idea is, so I'm using the Vikings dragon head.
Okay.
That's his Plague Doctor mask,
Yeah.
right? So it comes in 4 colors. The 2 you've seen here, then silver and dark blue. So I'm going to build 2 other versions of Matteo using those colors, and they're going to be different themes. The next one is going to be a pirate. He's going to be Pirate Matteo.
That should be awesome.
Yeah, he's good. I'm gonna buy like the Queen Anne's Revenge, the sales from that, and he's just gonna be a swashbuckling, mean guy.
I love it. Yeah, I love kind of the story you've created here, and then the build itself is so impressive. So thanks so much for taking us through that and giving the backstory there. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor.